city and for the world at large. So welcome everyone. It's great to have you all here. It's great to see a full house, and fantastic to start with great performance. And I want to thank Councillor Wade Grant and for his welcome, and the Musqueam First Nation, the Squamish and Tsleil-Waututh First Nations as well, for hosting us on their territory here. I want to thank and welcome our Consul General for Korea, Yunhoo Choi. Thank you for joining us today. We are honored by your presence, and by all of you being here. I think really shows the significance of Asian Heritage Month in Vancouver and how big it's grown to be, how important it is in our city now. May is the time of year that we dedicate to celebrating Asian heritage. But I think we all know that this city, from its very beginnings, from the times when the first Asian newcomers encountered the First Nations here on the coast of BC, and certainly here in Vancouver, that has been a part of the identity of this city from the very beginning. So this is a month that we set aside and really focus. And I think in many ways, as Mita said, it's work in progress. It's evolving very quickly and quite dramatically. And our city, I would say, is really on the leading edge of these cultures all coming together. And certainly Vancouver is known as being on the western edge of Canada, North America, but I think just as equally we are on the eastern edge of the Pacific Rim. The Pacific Rim also being a concept that I think was led by people in this room. Certainly Professor Henry Yu is someone who's brought that forward, and people in this room have worked to forward the awareness, the sense of Vancouver as a capital on the Pacific Rim. So we have a great responsibility to carry as the rest of the world watches our city evolve and embrace all of this heritage, and I think this month is really where we get to highlight that. I really want to thank the Vancouver Asian Heritage Month Society for their history of investing and catalyzing so much activity for the city to happen here. It's a fantastic contribution, and certainly the focus on the arts is a very welcome focus. It really enables many people to connect directly and be inspired by all of the different Asian heritage and all of the different arts and culture that can be breathtaking and very powerful in our day-to-day experience. So a big thanks to the people who have been leading this charge, working with Mita and her board, Winnie Chung and Michael Huang, of course. Also the artists, all the performers who are going to do their best over these many months. The sponsors we've got lots of great sponsors step forward on this one. Again, a big thanks to them, and many volunteers that get involved in Asian Heritage Month. So lots of people to thank here. Many of you are in the room who've been real leaders on this front, and many people across the city who make exploration possible and have turned it into such a big success, especially in these recent years. So I think social media is a great way for us to ramp it up even further. So I'll encourage lots of people making sure they spread the word and let people know about performances. There are great events all over town throughout the month of May, and special programs starting this weekend at SFU Woodwards, which I expect to see many of you people at. That includes a tribute to the late Milton Wong, whose influence is certainly very much felt here today and in our city. It has been, he's made a huge impression, and how appropriate that we are celebrating that this weekend. So I'm going to read the official proclamation. That is my duty before you here today. And it's not that long of a proclamation. So I'm going to read the whole thing in its entirety. Many people have crafted this language carefully, and it warrants it. Whereas diversity represents one of Canada's greatest strengths, and we strive to ensure that all Canadians have the opportunity to reach their full potential and participate in Canada's civic life. And whereas over the last 2 centuries, immigrants have journeyed to Canada from East Asia, Southern Asia, Western and Southeast Asia, bringing our society a rich cultural heritage representing many languages, ethnicities, and religious traditions. And whereas the people of this diverse, vibrant, and growing community have contributed to every aspect of life in Canada, from the arts and sciences to sport, business, and government, thank you, councillors, And whereas Asian Heritage Month offers all Canadians an opportunity to learn more about the history of Asian Canadians and to celebrate their contributions to the growth and prosperity of Canada. Now therefore, I, Gregor Robertson, the Mayor of the City of Vancouver, do hereby proclaim the month of May 2012 as Asian Heritage Month in the City of Vancouver. Thanks, everyone.